Good day everyone, wherever you are watching me from, and welcome back to another tutorial on Buzfashions. After watching this tutorial, you will be able to make this trending and stylish sleeve made by Vicky James. And at the end of this tutorial, if you find it helpful and impactful, please make sure you subscribe to this channel for more impactful tutorial. And also, if you are subscribed already, please make sure you share this video, like and comment. Thank you. To make this sleeve, here are the material you are going to need. First one, you are going to need your pattern paper on which you are going to draft our fabric as well. Also, we are going to need our boning. This is a sewable boning, and you are going to need your buyer's tape. I want you to bear it in mind that this is an idea of how to make this type of sleeve, so make sure you follow it rightly. Let's go straight into the drafting now. The first thing you have to do is to measure your length measurement, and for this tutorial the length we are making use of is 20 inches long. Here is the 20 inches, so we are going to join it here by half on the shoulder area, and we are going to add additional 1 inch for folding at the cuff area. At the end of the day, everything will give us 21, and you mark it on the other side and connect together. Number 2 measurement is our armhole depth. So to get our armhole depth, we are going to divide the armhole by 4, and the armhole we are working with is 15 inches. So 15 inches divided by 4, that will give us 3.5 quarter, but I'm going to make use of 3.5. And mind you, whenever you apply any formula being given to you, make sure you confirm your measurement and ensure it is accurate before you cut out your fabric or before you cut out your pattern. This will make you be on the safer side. Now to the width of the sleeve, and to get this, you are going to divide your armhole circumference by 2 minus 1 inch. For this case, we are using 15 inches, which means 15 inches divided by 2, that will give us 7.5 minus 1, that will give us 6.5. So you are going to mark it. With this method, we are still going to add our joining allowance to it, but let's drag the armhole cuff first, then we are going to check what we have there. This is just a simple way of making our basic sleeve. So let's confirm what we have. 15 inches divided by 2, that will give us 7.5. This is it. It is perfect. So this ½ inch will be our side joining. For this type of sleeve, the joining allowance must be ½ inch because we are still going to tape it. Now to bicep. With this formula, bicep is 3.5 inches below sleeve depth. So that is it. The bicep circumference is 11 inches. 11 divided by 2, that will give us 5.5 plus ½ inch joining allowance, that will give us 6 inches. We are going to connect it. That is just it. Then the cuff. The cuff is 9 inches, and we are going to divide it by 2, that will be 4.5, and 4.5 plus ½ inch joining allowance, that is 5 inches. So the next thing now, we are going to connect the line together now, but because I'm not making use of curve ruler, I'm going to bend my tape rule to make a perfect sleeve inseam. I only use this tape rule as guide. So after connecting our lines, the next thing is to cut the pattern out. Now, here is one of the important aspects of making this sleeve. To achieve this sleeve, we are making use of slash and spread method. Therefore, we are going to make some straight lines on which we are going to slash before spreading it on our fabric. As you can see, I'm done cutting it. The next thing is to spread this pattern on our fabric. At this junction, you must pay more attention to everything we are going to be doing. We are going to spread this pattern based on the boning we have. I'm making this tutorial just to teach you. That's why I'm using the little material I have left. So to proceed, I'm going to confirm the amount of boning I'll have, and to do so I'm going to lap it over by 1 inch, just the way we are going to fix it to our sleeve. So I'm going to mark the edge now. That's where I'm going to start my measurement. So after marking it, I'm going to start my measurement from this mark. So I'm going to measure around, and I'm going to stop where the mark is, and I have 24 inches. But if you want to make this for customer, it has to be wider than this. Because my fabric is on fold, I will divide the 24 by 2, which will give me 12 inches. So that is how wide I'm going to spread this pattern. But like I said, if you are making this for customer, it has to be wider than this. So just take note of it, but this is just the same process to follow to make this sleeve. Moreover, before you cut out this sleeve, make sure you add your half-inch joining allowance in order not to be short of fabric. Now, based on the sleeve we are working with, you can see the thing is wider, so you can still spread your pattern more to achieve that exact design. So don't forget, this is just a guide. Let me measure what I have here now after spreading it. So now I have 24 inches on fold. If I want it like this, you can see the thing will be wider. So let's proceed to sewing. So the first thing we have to do is to close the side seam. That's the first thing to do. So let's quickly close it. After closing, now the second thing is to make our boning in place, or to sew our boning in place. And you can also use glue to glue the boning in place if you like. Now let's proceed to fixing our boning onto our sleeve, but I would like you to pay keen attention because this thing is somehow tricky a bit. I'm turning the sleeve to the right side. After turning it to the right side, then I'm going to place my boning 1 inch away. You can see 1 inch away from the sleeve. Now, after attaching our boning onto our sleeve, the next thing is to fold over that 1 inch allowance onto the boning. And we are going to pick our bias, that's bias tape. So we are going to use it to secure the rough edges of our fabric. So we are going to sew it round. We are going to sew the other edge of the bias as well to secure the rough edge. That is still the mission. And please, if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please make sure you do so now. Just hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And also to our subscribers, thanks so much, and please make sure you like this video and share as well. Thank you. So we are proceeding in securing the edges of our bias. So with this sleeve now, the last thing is to use our bias as well to secure the center joining. That's why we make use of half inch, so it won't be that too thick for us to cover with bias. Here is the inner seam I'm talking about. You have to tape this area with bias as well. After that, your sleeve is ready. The next thing is just to attach it to your main body. With this, we've come to the end of the tutorial. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in our next video or in our next tutorial.